I can do all through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. It isn't until you're faced with challenges do you then realize how precious life is. On December 2014, I was admitted into the hospital for a week. I first visited a small Baptist hospital where they found that I needed to have my appendix removed immediately. Unfortunately, they then transferred me to another bigger hospital where they found that nothing was wrong with me because I had already had stomach issues before in the past. So 48 hours passed and I still had no surgery. I then was telling the doctors that I couldn't take the pain anymore. I couldn't. And so my parents and my family and everyone and my sister's boyfriend was there to support me. Eventually, I had my surgery and they took me in to then realize that my appendix had already been ruptured. Then I had complications after the surgery and it led me into the ICU for 3 days. It was the hardest 3 days ever, and there was times when they didn't think that I would make it through, but I was able to make it through with the power of Christ. It isn't until you're faced into hard situations that you realize how precious life is. It isn't until when you're faced with serious situations where you realize that you need to push and be strong. In conclusion, it isn't until you're faced with challenges do you then realize how precious life is. That week in the hospital was by far the toughest week, for not only me but for my family. If it wasn't for my family and the power of prayer, I definitely wouldn't have been able to overcome that obstacle. Now I will never take life for granted.